Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Inter Milan eyeing Aaron Wan-Bissaka as Denzel Dumfries' replacement. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's injury has come at the worst possible time, and after the former Crystal Palace star worked so hard to win his place back last season, it seems he is back to how it all started. Despite his obvious defensive strength, it does not seem like the Englishman will be at United for much longer, considering Dalot's progress this season. A left back is likely to arrive in the summer, and Wan-Bissaka has been linked with a move back to his former club as well to Saudi Arabia. According to Turin-based newspaper Tuttosport via FC Inter News, Inter Milan could offer the 26-year-old a lifeline if they fail to keep a hold of Denzel Dumfries, a long-term target for Tanh. The People's Person had already realized that the Netherlands international's contract demands are too much for the Nerazzurri, and if the players' camp does not amend those terms, a transfer in the summer is likely. The current Serie A leaders have drawn up a list of potential recruits in case Dumfries does depart, and that list contains the £45 million United man's name. The former Solskjaer favourites' current deal ends in 2025 after the club took up the one-year extension option, but previous reports have suggested that the step was taken mainly to maintain his value. The England under-21 international's current market value stands at €20 million according to Transfer Market, and there is very little chance that the Red Devils can recoup the fee they initially paid to the Eagles for their former Player of the Year. Wan-Bissaka has been a solid, if not spectacular, addition, but his time seems to be running out as the manager wants a more attack-minded fullback who can chip in with the crucial goals. Erik Tanh defends Man United winger Antony. Manchester United manager Erik Tanh has backed Antony to revive his form after falling down the pecking order for a starting role. The Brazilian joined the club from Ajax in the summer of 2022. He was an undisputed starter from the right wing for most of the 22-23 campaign. We saw something similar at the start of the season, but since the new year, Antony has been restricted to the bench for the league games. The winger was a 99th minute substitute against Fulham last weekend, where Omari Forson was handed his maiden start. When pressed on the late substitution, Tanh said that he backed Antony for a long time and he is unstoppable when in form. The manager added that he is very confident that Antony will fight back for his place, but he needs to wait for his chance for now. He told ManUnited.com yesterday the following: Antony, I backed him for a long time, and I know his abilities, and he has great abilities when he plays. How I know from the past, he is unstoppable. No defender can stop him because he is one of the quickest players in the first 10 yards. So when he plays that game, then he will perform. I'm sure and I'm very confident he will for the future. I'm sure he is resilient, he is a character, and he will fight back, so I back him in that place, and he is now to wait for his chance, and once he is there, he has to pick up. The former Ajax man was assured his place on the right wing in almost every game last term, but the situation has changed amid his poor run of form. The €35 million rated star has had a dismal second season at United. He has failed to register a goal or an assist in his 20 appearances in the Premier League. His only contributions have been in the 4-2 win over Newport County in the FA Cup fourth round. Sao Paulo makes stance clear on Casemiro transfer. Brazilian club Sao Paulo have made their stance clear regarding a move for Manchester United midfielder Casemiro. The 32-year-old arrived at United in a deal worth up to £70 million in 2022. He enjoyed an impressive first season at Old Trafford, but has struggled this term. Injury problems have limited the former Real Madrid star to only 13 Premier League starts in 23-24 with only a goal and an assist to his name. The experienced midfielder has a contract until 2026, but United are expected to sell him in the summer transfer window. Casemiro has been linked with a move to Saudi Arabia, where his former teammate Cristiano Ronaldo plays for Al Nassr. Given that he progressed through the Sao Paulo academy, a reunion with the Brazilian club has also been discussed in the media, but their president, Julio Casares, has denied reports of signing him due to the financial implications of such a deal. He said, "In Casemiro's case, there is nothing. He is a great player who has trained here, an extraordinary guy, a leader, a good player, but there is nothing. It's clear that Casemiro is a great player, but there is absolutely nothing there. Sao Paulo also has a rigor of the size of the investment we make. Of course, we will always look at possibilities in situations, but within a financial responsibility and budget. For now, the answer is no, there are no talks." Manchester United suffered a disappointing 2-1 loss against Fulham at the weekend. Most of the players were disappointing, including Casemiro, who was taken off after 53 minutes due to injury. He failed to show his quality on the ball and sparked a breakaway when he lost possession. He had only 39 touches in the game and lost the ball 5 times. Manchester United youngster Ethan Williams set to sign a new contract. Manchester United youngster Ethan Williams has shown plenty of progress in the last couple of years. He joined the Red Devils Academy from Rochdale in 2019 and has been impressive with his performances at under 18 and under 21 level. The 18-year-old has been one of the standout academy players this season, scoring 10 goals in 22 appearances across all competitions. Manager Erik Tanh has been impressed with Williams and called him up to train with the first team in recent weeks. United have acted quickly to secure a new contract for him, according to the Daily Mail. Williams has spent a pre-pro contract ahead of his professional deal starting at the beginning of next season. Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo are two of the best players to have emerged from the academy in recent years. Garnacho is only 19 years old and has established himself as a key member of the first team. The Argentina international has recorded 7 goals and 3 assists in 34 appearances this season. Mainoo has started in the last 8 Premier League matches for United, despite being just 18 years old. The midfielder could also be called up to play for England next month against Brazil and Belgium. Williams can take inspiration from the two youngsters who have become first-team regulars despite stiff competition for places. Mason Greenwood harbors no great desire to play for Manchester United again. Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood is said to harbor no great desire to play for the club again if they could facilitate a return, according to The Athletic. The 22-year-old is currently on loan in the La Liga with Getafe after both parties decided it was best to part ways last summer following his legal battles. The Red Devils co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe reopened the debate about Greenwood's Man United career last weekend, claiming that a fresh decision will be taken on his future after the club's initial decision following the aftermath of the assault charges that were dropped. The Red Devils Academy graduate has heard the comments from the British billionaire, but he would be reluctant to accept a return as he felt Man United could have supported him better over his case. Greenwood also knows he would face greater pressure and further scrutiny concerning a matter that has died down if he returned to Old Trafford club, and remaining in La Liga is more appealing. Luckily for Man United, this gives them a boost in their plans for him, as they want to generate revenue of him, and a sale would go down as a pure profit in their calculations for the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules or UEFA's financial fair play regulations, given that he is their academy graduate. Greenwood is not short of suitors in the Spanish top flight, having bagged 5 goals and 5 assists in 22 league games, with Barcelona and Atletico Madrid monitoring his situation. Club insiders were very concerned after Ratcliffe refused to rule out Greenwood's return, and while the new management wants to take a fresh decision, the player in question has moved on. He could fetch Man United around £35 million in the summer, which would come in handy as they look to balance the books going forward. Man United are possible destination for Atalanta star Giorgio Scalvini. Manchester United are a possible destination for Atalanta centre-back Giorgio Scalvini this summer, according to calciomercato.it. The Italy international is regarded as one of the best young defenders in Serie A, and he has been fancied to pursue a bigger challenge next term. Both AC Milan and Juventus are admirers of the 20-year-old, but neither are willing to meet Atalanta's current €50 million asking price for him. He is most likely to end up abroad. Calciomercato.it say that attention should be paid to United, who have formed a good working relationship with Atalanta. The Red Devils signed Rasmus Højlund from the Bergamo outfit in a deal worth €85 million last summer, and the clubs could do business again this summer. Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea are also mentioned as potential candidates who could compete for his signature during the off-season. Scalvini has been one of the best young central defenders in Italian football this season. He has averaged 2 tackles, 2.2 clearances, and 5.9 recoveries per league game. The Italian has also won 69% of his aerial duels, making 1.9 interceptions per outing. His passing needs to improve 81%. That should happen with more experience under his belt. In our opinion, Scalvini has the potential to become an elite centre-back, but United must not overpay for his services. We believe a package of around 35 to 40 million euros would represent good business. United may have good relations with Atalanta, but the Serie A club have not done any favours. They were reluctant to lower the fee for Højlund. The Red Devils ended up paying 85 million euros last summer. Amad Diallo also cost plenty 3 years ago. The Ivorian was signed for 22 million euros up front, but the deal could rise to 43 million euros with the performance-based bonuses included as part of the transfer. Atalanta are aware that Serie A clubs can't afford to pay premium prices, and they are looking for offers abroad. United should be strong in negotiations and must not give in to Atalanta's demands. Man United consider Antonio Silva as ideal candidate to strengthen their defense. Manchester United have identified Benfica centre-back Antonio Silva as the ideal candidate to strengthen their defense this summer, according to Vigaches. The Red Devils have been defensively inconsistent over the campaign. The hierarchy are bound to look for reinforcement during the next transfer window. United have been closely watching Silva in several games for Benfica this term, and Vigaches claim that he is the top defensive target ahead of next season. The Red Devils are already stepping up their efforts to sign the talented centre-back. They are expected to make a decisive move for the Portuguese star. Silva currently has a €100 million release clause in his Benfica contract. United are likely to face competition from other European clubs for his services. Rafael Varane has had an injury-plagued career at United. He could head for the exit door when his €397,000 a week contract expires at the end of June. The club have decided against triggering a one-year extension clause in his deal, and it looks likely that he will walk away on a free transfer during the summer. In our opinion, Silva would be a perfect successor to Varane. The 20-year-old has a sublime passing accuracy of 93% in the Primera Liga this term. He has won a stunning 68% of his duels alongside 2.4 tackles and 3.3 clearances per game. He has also made 6.6 recoveries per outing, losing possession only 5.1 times. Silva has also the hallmarks to become a world-class centre-back in the future. United may be interested, but they may have to pay a premium fee to prize him away. Benfica could hold out for his buyout clause. It's left to be seen whether the club can afford Silva. Player sales could be required before the huge outlay on him. Man United open to player departure and appreciated Chelsea transfer target as replacement. Fabrizio Romano has made it clear that Manchester United could be quite open to allowing Antony to leave the club in the summer transfer window, even if it might take some time to see what that situation ends up looking like by then. It could now be a wise time to think about offloading Antony, with Romano acknowledging that United may be quite open to this now, while Crystal Palace winger Michael Olise could also be one to watch as a potential replacement in attack. The young Frenchman has shown what he can do in the Premier League with some fine performances for Palace, so it might not be quite as big a leap for him to go to United and make an instant impact. Speaking exclusively to Count Offside for today's episode of the Debrief podcast, Romano discussed Antony and Olise, saying, I think Man United will be quite open in case they receive an important proposal. Then we could see this possibility for Antony. We'll have to see what the player wants though and what the situation will be in the summer. I think it's going to be a very big race for Michael Olise. Manchester United appreciate the player, but we have to wait for their new director to see what will be the budget, what will be the strategy, but it's a player they like for sure. Chelsea were also interested and close to signing him last summer. Now, there is a release clause, so it's going to be an interesting one for these clubs. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.